Everybody. My name is Sam Yules Waters, and I'm working for the recruitment department here at Hotelschool, The Hague. I hope you can all hear and see me okay. We're going to be...
I think let's 1 second. Sam, I think people are still joining in. So let's give one, two minutes.
Okay. I'm just going to give it a few minutes because people are still joining the presentation today. So just sit back, relax, wait for the presentation to start. Let me tell you a little bit about myself while we're waiting. I'm Samuel, as I said. I'm half British, half Swedish, and I'm here broadcasting live from Amsterdam, the capital city of the Netherlands today. A very warm and sunny city at the moment on this very nice April morning here. I believe most of you are joining from Romania, from Bucharest and all around other parts of Romania, but hopefully some also from Greece and Italy, as well as some other areas. I see some names coming up by here. So welcome to Laura and David and others. Just let me know when I can start back office. Zoom people. I'm also a graduate of Hotelschool, so I graduated in Hotelschool from 2018, and I've been working ever since at Hotelschool The Hague as an international recruiter. I actually look after the Eastern European market as well as Africa, Asia, Spain, and Portugal. So those are the areas that I traveled to, well, used to travel to before the Corona times, and try to get talents and students from those regions to join our international hospitality business school. Just give me a sign when I can officially start. I've been told to wait a little bit longer as we have some people joining still.
So like there are 19 of the attendees that have joined so far, and they're still coming in.
Okay.
So let's give 1-2 minutes and you can then start.
Okay, so we're just going to wait a few more moments, as you may have heard, as we are just waiting for a few more people to join. What we're going to be talking about today, well, obviously, is Hotelschool The Hague. Hotelschool is one of the best business hospitality universities in the world. We're ranked top 5 worldwide, #1 in the Netherlands for 7 consecutive years. So really happy and proud about that. And we'll be sharing about the whole Hotelschool story today and talking to you about the program that we offer, the courses that we offer, the different bachelor program, the master's program, as well as our international fast track program. And we're going to look into some other aspects of the education as well. So I think we have 23 on board with us now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and just start, if that's okay with everyone. Okay. So let's start the presentation today. So what are we going to talk about? Well, I just briefly introduced you the idea of what we're talking about today. Well, I'm going to give you a presentation. There's going to be time for questions at the end. There will be some links where you can click on, where you can join our virtual tours of the school, as well as some placement videos that you can click on. I won't show any videos in the presentation as it doesn't work with sound. So what I've done is that you can just click on the link and save it for later. It will open up on YouTube. So let's talk about Hotelschool. What is so unique about it? Well, we started back in 1929, which makes us 91 years old. And actually that makes us the 2nd oldest hospitality business school in the world. Actually on the top corner there, in the right-hand corner, you can see our first stream of Hotelschool students. The boys sitting at the front there, that was the first stream back in 1929. And behind that, them sitting there is their mothers and fathers. And they were hotel professionals, often owners of hotels, working for big hotel companies, and they decided that they needed to provide an education for their sons. Back then, sadly, only men were allowed, I'm afraid. 1929 was a very different world than today. And back then, they decided they needed to provide a school and education to teach their sons how to take over the hotel companies that they owned and ran. And that's how we were created, really, by the hotel industry for the hotel industry back in 1929. Now we're much larger, around 50% female, 50% male. with an international cohort of around 2,700 students from around 75 different nationalities. We are a really big international school. Sorry, I'm just hearing someone else speak there. We are located in 2 campuses as well. One campus in The Hague, the original campus, opened 53 years ago there, going through a major renovation, which I'll talk about in a moment, as well as our Amsterdam campus, located where I'm sitting today. Well, now I'm at home, but usually I'll be sitting in the Amsterdam campus. What we're doing at the moment, as I said, is constant improvements into the program, as well as the renovations of the Hague campus starting in the summer of 2020. So just to briefly touch upon, we are completely renovating the Hague campus. So you'll have a brand new campus by the end of, or by the beginning of 2021. So at the moment, we will be moving some to a temporary location, but we're expected to have a really fantastic campus. There's just some pictures there to give you an impression of what we're going to look at. Really 21st century technological advancements, open, airy, and it's going to be a beautiful learning environment for us in the future. So what makes us so unique? Well, we are a small education. We really keep the classes small, and we do have the whole program is 100% in English. So that means that everything's in English. The books, the classes, the whole environment is an English teaching environment. We have a strong community and a worldwide network that really aids us in providing you with the perfect career in the future. We combine theory, practice, research, and really provide you with an education that's not just bound by theory and books, but also with some practical experience as well. As I said, we are ranked one of the best hotel schools in the world and best hotel school in the Netherlands for 7 years consecutively, and ranked top 5 worldwide by QS World Ranking, alongside with the Times University ranking. We also provide a lot of extracurricular activities, something I'll touch upon a little later. So what do we offer? Well, we offer a Bachelor of Arts in Hospitality Management. That's what I'm going to mainly talk about today. That's where we're going to really be looking at the 4-year program. 1 second. The 4-year program, sorry, excuse me. And that's where we are really excelling around the world. We also offer a 2.5-year program. That's what we call our International Fast Track. And that's where we have students joining us from previous hotel schools, for example, if they've had previous experience, or they are part of a middle hotel school, which is common in Germany and in Austria, Portugal, and the Netherlands. We also offer a Master of International Hospitality Management. It's a world-leading program, actually, a 13-month program, but I won't really be talking so much about that. If you do have questions about the Master's program, please come back to me at the end, and I'll be more than happy to share that with you. So let's look at the main characteristics of Hotel School. Well, firstly, we're really proud to say that we are a hospitality business school, and we have emphasis on the business aspect. So that means that we have really a unique approach to teaching business. As I said, not only are we teaching you the theory, so what we do with revenues, costs, and all the business applications that you would need to run a successful company, but we teach you how to really develop soft skills as well, develop management skills, develop leadership skills that you don't really get taught in a traditional business school. So we're really going to look at how you can develop soft skills into your personal development. You'll have a coach, as well as what we call training management skills, and they're going to develop you into the leader, into the manager that you want to be in the future. We also offer academic and practical education, as I said, and that means that we are offering you a wide range of different opportunities, including working in internships around the world, 1 year in total, 6 months in the second year, 6 months in the last year, as well as offering you 15 weeks of working in our own hotel on campus, either in Amsterdam or The Hague. By the way, I have building work happening downstairs, so you may be hearing some sounds. Unfortunately, this is the way that the working from home is. So I apologize if you hear some drilling sound in the background. I've asked them to stop, but it's not working out. Anyway, let's look at the Bachelor program. It's a 4-year program, including 2 international placements, as I said. The first year has to be living in our Scotel. That's our student hotel where you'll be living and working alongside your colleagues and roommates throughout the whole first year. That's also if you're a Dutch student living in Amsterdam or The Hague, you would have to live with us on our campus. In The Hague, the hotel is located around 5 minutes outside of the school, and in Amsterdam, the hotel is located within the campus. So there is some slight differences between the two. You can either start in August or February, meaning that we give you a different amount of opportunities to start in the time of year that suits you best. So for example, should you wish to take 6 months off and work, for example, to get more experience or to travel, well, hopefully travel soon, then you can join us in our February stream, giving you 6 months additional time off. Or if you want to join us straight after high school, then you can join us in the August program, which is currently still planned to go ahead. The International Fast Track program that you can see at the bottom corner there, that's just showing you that you can do the regular bachelor program, but in 2.5 years, and you skip the first placement as well as the first year of Scotel. So let's talk about the bachelor program. In the first year, we do what we call doing the existing well and managing others. So that involves 10 weeks of practical education, learning the ins and outs of hospitality within our hotel that we have on campus. You're going to focus on motivation, teamwork, authority, academic courses like marketing, creating business value, which is a course about finance and accounting, as well as languages such as French, German, Spanish, Dutch, Russian, or Mandarin. The first year program, as I said, includes the Scotel, and this is where you're going to be living in an international study environment. It's a lot of fun. It's also hard work because there's a lot of socialization as well as studying. So you have to really learn how to manage your time and manage your study time effectively. You also have a roommate, most likely an international student if you're a Dutch student, or if you're an international student, you'll be most likely placed with a Dutch student. That's so that you can learn from each other's cultures and really get a friend from the local community as well. It's a lot of fun the first year of Scotel and really gives you that kind of American college living experience. What about the academic courses in the first year? Well, one of them is called Exploring and Structuring. And this is a really cool course where you create an entire hospitality concept from zero to the whole concept within a 10-week process. So for example, when I was a student back in the day, I did this in 2014, so I have to refresh my memory. We were given the country of Turkey, and we were given a specific area of Turkey. My area was Cappadocia, which is famous for hot air balloons, of all things. And we had to learn about this area. So we did market research. We looked at who travels there. What are the current opportunities within that area? What are the threats? What kind of hotels currently exist in that area? And what kind of hotels don't currently exist in the area? Is there a gap in the market that we could create a concept to fulfill? Then, after around 4 weeks of market research, with professional market research companies helping us, like Euronext, one of the biggest providers of data within this sector, and STR data, for example. So you're looking at real life reports and real life data to create a real life concept. Unfortunately, obviously, they're not going to give you 200 million euros to create your own hotel in Turkey, but everything that we do up until the point of investment is based upon a real life experience. At the end, once we've created the concept, everything from the design to the brand, to a marketing program, to an opening program, to what kind of guests we want and what kind of money, what kind of rates we're going to charge, everything that you would imagine. We will then present this idea to investors. They're not real investors, but they are from the industry. So for example, they may be working for CBRE or another investment company, and they're going to give us real life feedback as they would be giving in the real world. This is again showing that we really combine real world experience with educational style that we're teaching at Hotelschool. And this is how it's done in the real world. So we're preparing you for that future role. We also do languages in the first year. So you will always do business English. I'm a native British speaker, as I am half British, but even I had to do business English as well. That's because we're going to be learning words that perhaps you've not been using so much within the English language, words within business, and how to really present, how to talk in English in a professional and effective manner. You will also do a second language, Spanish, French, German, Russian, Mandarin, or Dutch, as I said. And that will be throughout the whole 4-year program, meaning that you will really pick up that language and make it into a business sense. Again, we're not going to be teaching you it from the basics, but more teaching you in a business perspective. So how do you give a presentation in Spanish? How do the Chinese people interact with each other, and how can you be respectful to that culture? These are the things that we're going to teach you as well as the language to, again, give you that full rounded understanding of the culture as well as the language. So after that, after the first year, you will go on internship in one of our 4- or 5-star hotels that we work with. We have over 800 industry partners around the world, and you can really select from many different types of hotels in hundreds of different countries. We work in the Caribbean, the US, in some parts of Latin America, in Africa, in all of the European Union countries, as well as other areas in Europe, such as Russia, and areas outside, such as Asia. We have a lot of companies working with us in Asia, but I'll tell you more about the internship experience in a moment. We also have academic courses continuing in the second year, and that's what we call improving the existing and managing others. So taking it up a level so that you're becoming more of a managerial understanding of what you're learning as well. As the courses go on, they obviously become a bit harder as well as a bit more complex in the teaching style. So let's talk about the practical placement. At the end, I will share a video and that you can see some of our students, current students actually, their most recent internship experience. One of them went to the W in Bali, and the other went to the Ritz-Carlton in Hong Kong. So some really different experiences there at some very prestigious hotels, both 5-star luxury properties that hired them as a manager in training in the food and beverage department, and one as a manager in training in the reception department. So where do we work? As I said, we work with over 800 partners in some of the leading hotels of the world. I went for my first internship to Thailand. I worked in Krabi in the south of Thailand. And this is where I was really learning the ins and outs of hospitality. So it was a luxury hotel, Sofitel, a French brand owned by Accor. And I was working there in 2015 for 6 months, lived directly on the beach, had a beautiful, fantastic time living on this kind of Thai island lifestyle. We always work with partners that will give you payment, accommodation, or both. And we're not aiming for you to just be there as cheap labor. Absolutely not. You're there as a learning mechanism. You have a full learning program to follow in order to teach you how it is to work in these luxury properties. It was a fantastic experience, but it's also hard work. And that's what hospitality will prepare you for. Hard work and realizing that you know, the industry provides you with a lot of understanding, a lot of education. However, it is still hard work, and you have to work hard in order to reach the top levels of this industry. So when you come back from your internship, which is one of the best parts of the program, you will go on outdoor and managing an outlet. This is because when you come back, you're going to become a manager in our hotel for 5 weeks of the year. So it's a small amount. However, this is a really cool experience where you'll be managing the first year students within our outlets, whether that be reception, in the bar, in the front office, or in other areas. You will really become a manager of that outlet. And that means you'll be having to manage first year students. But before doing that, we want to give you a leadership and management course to give you some training and some make you prepared in order to be the better manager that you can be. And that's when we send you to Belgium. Sadly, Holland doesn't have any mountains. The Netherlands is the world's fattest country. And that's why we have to send you next door to Belgium, where they have hills and a little bit more of an interesting landscape, for you to go on a 5-day or 4-day outdoor experience. And this is where we're really going to teach you management skills. You'll be given certain tasks and responsibilities. We're all hotel people, so we hate camping, but it really will take you out of your comfort zone and teach you about some skills that you've never even thought you had. And some really testing and trying experiences as well that were really challenging in the times that we did it. There will be a psychologist with you, watching you at every moment and looking at how you interact with the group, what kind of leadership skills you have, and how you can develop into a better manager or a better leader in the future. This is a really cool program, and has actually won several awards in the Netherlands. We'll also teach you academic courses such as revenue management. So 20%, as I said, is practical, but 80% of what we're doing is still academic. So courses such as revenue management, you'll learn about different concepts like revenue versus profit, consumer value, segmentation, and more. Revenue management was created by the airline industry back in the 80s. And back in the day, maybe you can ask your parents, hotels used to just charge 1 or 2 prices throughout the whole year. And then they realized that during maybe Christmas, they can charge a little bit more. The airline industry realized that they had to be selling tickets at different prices because it's not profitable to charge one price. So what they did, when you sit on a plane, the people sitting next to you will be charged different amounts than what you paid. And that's all to do with what you've searched on, your buying patterns, and consumer data that airlines and hotels can now buy in order to charge you the price that they think will be the best price for you. Why do we do this? Well, the hotel and airline industry has something in common. We don't have the possibility to sell a hard product like an iPhone. An iPhone, if I don't sell it today, is still available tomorrow. The product doesn't just disappear. With airlines and hotels, if I don't sell a room night today, the room night will never exist again tomorrow. The same for an airline. That seat, if it's not sold today, will never exist again. So you need to make sure that every day your occupancy is at 100% to make sure that you're as profitable as possible. And that's what we're going to teach you in revenue management. How do you create a company that provides that 100% occupancy to keep your revenue as high as possible? So I've talked about some of the academic courses. It's not all studying and hard work. There's also a lot of fun involved. So we have student council at both campuses, and they're there to really look at your needs and wants and fight for you as a student perspective amongst this hotel school community to make sure that your needs and wants are met. We also have hotel school sports clubs in both campuses, organized by the students, and hockey, football, tennis, and other sports alike. In both campuses, we have the possibility for you to join a gym as well in order to stay fit during your studies. We also have student associations, or fraternities and sororities, as you may know them. This is a big part of Dutch culture and means that you can join fraternities and sororities in order to have a fun life outside of hotel school as well. It's not compulsory, it's an optional aspect, but it is a really fun way of getting to know other people and gaining friends for life. So let's move on to the last part of the bachelor program, which is searching for new combinations and managing the company. This is where you're really starting to get into the more senior part of hotel school, and things get a little bit more harder, as well as you have to do a bit more independent learning. So we have academic courses like innovation, strategy development, business model innovation, as well as specializations like a pre-master. Now, what's great in hotel school, you have a pre-master built into the 4-year program, meaning that when you graduate, you can straight away go to some of the best MBA programs in the world, both in the Netherlands, and we're working on to get some industry partners outside of the Netherlands as well. As the program moves on, you really get to tailor-make your program and change and pick subjects that you want to study for your future career, such as entrepreneurship. 1 in 3 of our graduates now start their own company, meaning that entrepreneurship is a big employer for us. Innovation, real estate, gastronomy, wine studies even, you name it, there's several different options for you to study and pick from. And finally, we have LICAR, which stands for Launching Your Career, which literally does what it says on the tin, launches a career that is for you the best possible outcome that you want. So the academic courses in the last year, as I said, do get more complex, such as strategy development. This is where you're creating a new sustainable strategy for an existing real-life company abroad or in the Netherlands. So what happens is a real company comes to us, such as the Four Seasons Hotel in Miami, or the Four Seasons Hotel in Park Lane, or the Grand Hyatt in Berlin. They come to us and say, hey, look, guys, we have a problem. We are, increasing our costs per room, and our revenues are decreasing, or we're seeing a 5% decrease in yearly customers. They come to us and ask us to create a strategy in order to solve this problem. This is such a cool opportunity for you to maybe go to Miami, to go to London, or to go to Berlin, and to work with a real-life company that's asked hotel school students to create a real-life strategy to solve a problem that they have. You will work with the management team of that company. So the CEO, the GM, general manager, or senior executives in the company will sit with you and talk through the problems that they are facing within the company. Then you, alongside your team of 4 others, will have to create a strategy in order to solve that problem for the real-life company. Then the company will pick out of the 5 different teams and pick one of them to implement into their company, meaning that we're giving a real-life implementation of a strategy into a real-life company. That doesn't happen every day in normal universities. And this is because we have great connections, great networks, and great contacts around the world. And they really want to use the hotel school students in order to create strategies and create solutions to the problems they have. This is an amazing opportunity for students to have real-life consultancy opportunities within a study program. So what do we do after all of that? Well, we really hope to kickstart your career. So alongside the other studies that you're having, such as wine studies or real estate management or human resources management, at the very end of all of those, you will do launching your career. And this is really where you will do a management internship, working for a company of your choice, and it does not have to be in the hotel industry. I went to the Hay Adams Hotel in Washington, D.C., and I worked there for 1 year, actually. I extended it by 6 months because I loved the job so much. I stayed within the hospitality industry, working for one of the leading hotels of the world in Washington, D.C. The hotel is in front of the White House, meaning that we had guests like the Trumps, the Obamas, the Bushes, Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos stayed with us, and I met them all. Really cool opportunity for me to meet some of the world's most powerful and influential people. And this is just to give you an idea of some of the companies we work for. You can also leave the hospitality industry and work for companies like KPMG as a consultant, or Rabobank, a big bank in the Netherlands, or Heineken. We all know Heineken, right? Or KLM, the national Dutch airline, is a big partner with Taurom, actually, the national Romanian airline. These are just some of the opportunities of companies that you can work for, but we work with hundreds and hundreds more. Why is that? Well, companies are realizing that the traditional business degrees provide students with theoretical learning, but they do not provide them with the people skills that are so important in today's world. That's why companies such as KLM, PwC, PricewaterhouseCoopers are hiring from us, because we have that customer client perspective that is so important in today's world. We really understand clients, we understand how to deal with guests and difficult customers, and that's why different companies such as KPMG want to hire from us, because we do offer that unique approach to talking to people and approaching the company in a different way than maybe your traditional business schools would provide. So where do we work? We're working all around the world in several different fields. As I said, entrepreneurship is a huge part of what we do now, and 1 in 3 of our graduates, 1/3, is starting their own business after graduating. That's because Hotelschool is really providing you with a high-level education that will enable you to start your own business. We're teaching you about concepts like revenue costs, how to be profitable, how to ensure correct marketing and branding. And that means that when you finish the 4-year program, you're able to start your own company with confidence. We also go into sales, business development, operations, and human resources, just to name a few. These are the top 5 alumni working fields, but as I say, we work in hundreds of different fields across the world. So if you're interested, let's look at the application and selection. All of you, I think, will be looking at the far right-hand column, which is for international students. We do offer quite a relaxed application selection procedure, apart from when you get to the selection day itself, which used to be a day, but now it's all online. You may be thinking, well, the IB requirements of 24 points is quite low. That's just a passing grade. And it's the same for the Romanian, Greek, and Italian systems. All you have to do is pass the high school diploma. Why is that? Well, that's because we're a Dutch university, and in the Netherlands, we're not allowed to ask for higher admission requirements because we have to match it to the same as the Dutch system would allow. So that's why we offer quite a low application requirement. However, we do have a selection procedure. So yes, we say if you've only got 24 IB points, that's okay. You can still come to Hotelschool, but you will need to prove yourself within the selection process to really show that you have the skills and the knowledge to be successful in our school. And that's why we do our selection day. As I said, due to COVID-19, all of our selection days have been moved online. But in order to join Hotelschool, you need to pass your high school diploma as well as do the selection day. And this will consist of an online interview and sales pitch. So you'll be interviewed by one of our senior lecturers through Skype or Zoom. And you're going to have to pitch yourself. That's like a 1-minute sales pitch in order to promote yourself, to sell yourself, basically, to the interviewer, to show them why they should pick you into our world-leading institute. Around 1 in 4 of our students get accepted that apply. So it is quite a competitive school to get into. You'll also have a role play, as well as an online English, maths, and knowledge test. How to apply? Well, as I said, we have 2 streams, February 2021, as well as August 2020. Both streams are currently open for applications, and both streams are not expected to be delayed by the COVID-19 crisis. So you can still apply online today and we hope to be welcoming you either in August 2020 or in February 2021. We have extended the application deadline to June 1st due to the COVID-19 crisis, and for February 2021, the deadline is the 1st of November 2020. So you have plenty of time to get your documents together and to really understand how to get into hotel school. I'm just seeing some questions being asked. Sorry, I didn't notice that before. Yes, so no, we're not located in Brussels. We're located in the Netherlands. I'll answer the questions at the end of the session. So yes, you can apply until the 1st of June, 2020, for the August stream, and until the 1st of November for the February stream. So please do apply now on StudyLink and Osiris. If you do need help, I will show you my email at the end of this, and you can always contact me for any questions on how to apply, or if you need some tips on how to apply, we're more than happy to provide that for you as well. So let's look at some facts and figures. I do believe we're running out of time, so I'm going to leave some time at the end as well for you to ask me some questions. So I'm going to wrap up the presentation in the next 5 minutes. Facts and figures. Well, we have around 150 places in August and 100 places in February per campus. So around 500 students are accepted per year in both campuses in total. As I said, we get around 3 candidates for 1 place available, or 4 candidates for 1 place available. So meaning we are quite a competitive school to get into. So make sure you contact me, get in touch with me in order to find out the tips and tricks in order to get selected into hotel school. We're really happy to say actually that Romanian is now our 4th biggest population in hotel school, and you will meet many, many other Romanians studying at our university. They're a strong community together, and they do some Romanian community things together as well in terms of dinners and Easter, different celebrations that you celebrate traditionally in Romania. We do them in hotel school as well because it is a large population for us. Around 40% of the hotel school population is international. We're aiming to get up to 50%, and 60% is Dutch. We host 11 selection days in the Netherlands and 10 selection days abroad. At the moment, we're not hosting those. As I said, we're doing them online due to the coronavirus. So perhaps something that's very important for all of you, what are the costs of studying at hotel school? Well, luckily, we are a Dutch university, and that means that we are a very affordable university compared to perhaps some of the Swiss hotel schools, as well as some of the hotel schools in the US, for example. If you're a European Union student, please look at the column on the left-hand side. The first year is more expensive because it includes tuition fee, as well as your SCOTEL and half board. Half board means breakfast and dinner is provided in the first year. You do have kitchens if you want to cook on your own as well. After the first year, you will move out of the campus, and that means we can just charge the tuition fee of 3,400 euros per year, not per semester, not per week, per year. So as you can see, a very affordable education in one of the best hotel management schools in the world. If you look at this as an investor, this is such a great opportunity because we're providing you a top 5 hospitality management degree without that top 5 cost. If you look at all of the other top 5 schools, they're charging 3, 4, 5 times as much as us. So we're really happy to provide a world-leading education at a much more cost-effective price. Why do we do that? Well, the Dutch government does not believe in high costs, and they want you to be able to afford any education that you want to study. And that means that we keep the costs low thanks to the Dutch government. If you do need assistance with the costs, please go onto duo.nl and they'll provide you with lots of assistance with loans, with grants, for example, and any other money for the education that you would like. Again, for those asking questions, Baba, for example, I will answer questions at the end of the session, okay? So just keep typing your questions in the chat box, and I will leave 5 minutes at the end of the presentation for you to ask me some questions. I can always go back to some slides as well, should you find that necessary. What's really cool is that if you're an EU student, you do get a 50% discount on the first year of the tuition. So a discount of around 1,000 euros will be applied to the first year if you are a European Union student. So if you're Romanian, that counts for you. Italian, Greek, you know, the European Union countries. So why would you study with us? Well, as I said, we really do provide you with a passport to your future. We've been doing this since 1929. We're the second oldest hospitality business school in the world. Only Lausanne is older than us, and that's why they're number one. They got a bit of a head start. We're an international school with over 75 different nationalities. We provide excellent career preparation with a worldwide network of students from around the world and graduates living in multiple different countries all around the world. We're number 5 worldwide ranked, meaning we're providing you with a really high education at, again, that low quality, low price and high quality. We provide the university in 100% English, meaning that we are a 100% English university. We do not provide any education in the Dutch language. We have that best price quality ratio that there is, such a high quality education at a low price. We provide you 2 international campuses in exciting, vibrant cities. You're really in the heart of the cities of Scheveningen in The Hague, just by the beach, or in the heart of Amsterdam, the capital city of the Netherlands, as well as offering you 2 international internships, providing you with 1 year of work experience by the time you finish studying at Hotelschool. That gives you a real competitive advantage than other students that have studied a 3-year bachelor program without giving them any work experience. We give you that 1 year work experience under your belt already by the time you graduate the 4-year program. So this is where I'm going to leave this open here for you now. You can click on any of these links to get some videos to load. Just click on them, pause them, let them watch them later, as they do give you some experiences like the internship experience of our Hague student ambassadors as well as our Amsterdam student ambassadors. And you can also get a virtual tour of Amsterdam and The Hague. You can go onto our Hotelschool YouTube channel for more information as well. I'll just leave this slide on here for a few moments for you to click on those if you would like to. If you want, I can always go back to them as well at the end of the session. So that's more or less the end of my presentation. I think I still have 7 minutes. So why don't we offer you the opportunity to ask me some questions. I did see that we had some questions already from one speaker. So Baba, I hope we sort of answered your questions about the admissions procedure. Did you have any questions left about that? Yes, European students can benefit from a scholarship. That's only the European 50% discount that we were talking about. But there isn't really a full scholarship program that we provide. We do offer some full scholarship programs, but for non-EU students, as the cost is higher there. Do we have any other questions? If you have any questions, please type them into the chat box, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. If not, any other questions, guys? Please do type them in, and I'll be more than happy to answer them. Yes, sorry, I see another chat here. Yes, Darius, we do also have a master's program, and that you can join that from a bachelor program in Romania. For specific master's questions, I do ask you to email study@hotelschool.nl. I'll go back to the previous slide. Service desk at hotelschool.nl or admissions@hotelschool.nl, and they'll be more than happy to answer your questions. You can also find out a lot more about the master program online by looking at hotelschool.nl. Yeah, today I was really mostly talking about the bachelor program, but as I said, the master's program, you can find more. We have a world-leading MBA program, was voted the best MBA program for hospitality business in the Netherlands. So you can find more about that online on hotelschool.nl, where we have a full master's program overview there for you. Good question, Rosman, for the example of a role play. Within the interview, they will ask you a specific question, because we need to make up for the fact that we don't have the live group assignment anymore, as we are doing the online selection. So the role play will be there to test your group work skills, and we'll show you a way that they can assess your group work skills. I can't really give you more information than that, because it's really going to be on the day that itself that you get the role play question but they're going to look into your group work skills through that question. Yes, so for the baccalaureate, Rosman, you do need to pass your high school. So you just need to pass your high school at Romanian level. The higher grades you get, the better. So we're not saying that you can just put your feet up and no longer have to do any work. The higher grades you get, the better it will be for your application. However, if you are just passing the high school, you can still apply, but that's where we're going to really ask you questions about that within the selection process itself. Do we have any other questions, or did that answer your questions, everyone? Okay, everyone. Well, I think that's all the questions answered for today. I'd like to thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for listening. Please do get in contact with me. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn. My name is Samuel Sperenius Waters. You can find me on LinkedIn, and I will type my name actually into the chat here, as well as my email is s.waters, if I can, s.waters@hotelschool.nl. If you have any questions, please email me that. And this is my full name here, where you can find me online on LinkedIn. You can also contact me through there, and I'm more than happy to answer any more of your questions. Good luck over there in Romania with the whole crisis going on. Good luck, everyone, with COVID. Hope you stay safe, stay happy, and hopefully we'll be outside traveling the world once again in the near future. Thank you so much for your time, and good luck, everyone.